One more. One more. Beautiful. Good. Let's take our time. Let's just set it up even calmer. As he comes. There you go. Good. Beautiful. One more. There you go. Beautiful. That region. Anytime you move, that should be that. That should be that. Yeah. And then the controls down the middle. All right.
Yeah. That's
control, smooth, relax.
Anthony Joshua is training hard for this fight with Jake Paul. Episode 1 of All Access drops you straight into the hum of a real heavyweight camp. Not the glossy highlight reel, but the grind. Netflix is streaming the build-up to the Jake Paul fight, and right away you feel how seriously AJ treats this. When AJ walks into the gym, you notice 2 things immediately. 1, he is huge. 2, that size moves. He is not just big for show. The muscles look like tools forged for a job. Explosive, responsive, and packed under skin that still stretches around a fast fighter. The episode spends time on those quiet moments where he checks his shoulders, rotates his hips, and throws a lazy shadow punch. That lazy punch is anything but lazy. It is rehearsal, groove finding. There is a reason his strength and conditioning are a highlight. You watch.
My mate sent a picture of AJ from his Instagram on Saturday night, right? And he was like in with, was it Skins, I think? Skins. Yeah. With two girls, right? Going, great to be out at the gym, enjoy. You know. So my mate sent me a message going, are you happy about this? Right? Going, yeah, I know, yeah. He goes, and I was quite surprised. I was like, oh, he didn't stop saying how tired he was the other day. Do you know what I mean? So I sent him a message going, not too late, please. Yeah. And he comes straight back with a picture of me on the couch going, this is me now, don't worry.
The good thing is though, if people are like from his camp, they'll be naive enough to go, oh, he's out and about. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't take it this seriously. You got to tick all boxes with boxing because it's physical. So you got to do your strength conditioning. You know, you got to have strong legs. That's your foundation. You got to have good core, which is important. You've got to have good stamina because you want to be working, exploding on your opponents. It's the first one to get tired. You break your opponent down, and when he starts getting tired, you pounce on him. The most important is the training with your coach and the sparring. When you've got your strength, your legs are strong, your core is strong, you're fit, you then go and work on your technique and how to improve, how to outsmart your opponent.
The pad work is almost meditative. AJ's trainer cues combinations, and you can see the instincts honed through thousands of reps. You also see the adjustments, tighter guard, different angles, a reminder to stay relaxed until the moment to explode. Pad sessions are where power is refined into purpose. The episode makes it clear that the goal is not to be strong on Instagram. It is to channel that mass into single-shot force while keeping balance and endurance for 8 hard rounds. Netflix's coverage shows how deliberate each...
Beautiful, that's beautiful boxing. Good, that's lovely, Josh. And again, pop that long jab. There you go, and again. There you go. Beautiful, pop that long one too. Up on your throat. One more. One more. Beautiful, good. That's what we've got to bring him on to. Nobody can take them. Who can take them? Nobody. Yeah. Downstairs. Beautiful, good. Set him up again with that feint. Breathing, feinting. That's it, nice and calm. Beautiful. We go with that 1-2 again. There you go, beautiful. As long as you do the timing on it, that's all that matters.
Because early on, if you look for power, you waste energy. Then that power evaporates. When they're tired, you ain't got the power to take them out. So you've got to open up in the gap for no reason. So just relax, flow.
Just pop off
Good
that
feet,
region.
you were saying.
Just pop off that region. Anytime you move, that should be that. That should be that. Yeah. And then the controls down the middle. All right.
Yeah. That's
control, smooth, relax.
Sparring the show is a lesson in controlled chaos. Every veteran knows sparring is where humility meets reality. AJ works with different partners. Some to test speed. Some to replicate awkward southpaw angles. Some simply to soak punches and keep his chin tucked. It is intense but measured. The coaches clap a lot, not to praise, to mark the small corrections they want remembered. When he takes a solid shot in practice, it is analyzed like a chess move. How did it get through? What telegraphed it? Fix that.
Move on.
That iterative approach is what turns raw talent into fight day execution. The episode gives you those close-up moments. Breathing and tapping gloves after rounds. Sharing a word with a partner. And checking the ring feel. Heavy bag sessions are where the narrative lets you hear AJ's engine. He throws hard, not carelessly. The bag is a metronome for rhythm and a mirror for intent. There is a cadence, double jab, stepping body shot, whipping right hand. He hits the bag the way he intends to hit a real opponent with weight behind the punch, hip torque, and a clear plan to cut angles. You also see him vary in intensity.
Perfectly. Anthony Joshua smashing the heavy bag in camp. Will he become three-time world champion?
Last knockout loss in September 2024, fans have been asking if this AJ is the same boxer and if he can flip expectations. He's been working to answer that question publicly and privately, doing rehab and retooling where needed. Netflix captures the internal stakes, the will to redefine the narrative while preparing for a high-profile, high-risk showdown. Off the mats, there is the conditioning that most viewers do not fully appreciate. Sled pushes with a weight vest, uphill sprints, odd object carries. Those sessions look ugly and honest. They build the kind of engine that lets a big man move like a much lighter athlete. In one montage, AJ is doing explosive med ball throws, then hops into a short ring sprint. That combination of strength and speed training is what lets him keep his size and still dart and recover in the same breath. The episode highlights how carefully his team manages workload so that his mass is an asset, not a handicap. There is also talk around fight specifics. This is not a 12-round title scrap. The fight will be 8 rounds of 3 minutes under professional rules, and the fighters will wear 10 gloves. For AJ, this is a different rhythm and a different strategy. The shorter format favors urgency, so every session is oriented to sharpness over long-term attrition. The show lets you hear the coaches discuss round management like a timer on a bomb. That urgency is palpable in pad work and sparring. Finally, the human moments. AJ jokes with his sparring partner, ribs his strength coach, and checks in on his family between sessions. Netflix puts these in not to soften the image, but to contextualize why he fights. He is a competitor who also wants to leave a legacy. The episode continues with him walking back into the ring, gloves raised, breathing steady. It is the kind of cinematic moment that says this camp is more than physique pics and highlight reels. It is preparation layered into purpose. What you get is a portrait of a heavyweight with the size of a colossus and the focus of a craftsman. Every drill, every heavy bag thud, and every pad correction is a brick being laid for one night. Netflix gives you the backstage pass, but more importantly, it shows the work that happens when the cameras are rolling and when they are not. That more than anything is the hook. You see